Thune
Yeah,
was
Bethune.
like...
Yeah, freaking baked potato Pringles taste like shit.
Oh, okay.
Fucking wrecked. Jesus.
Jesus, we're sending shots this stream.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Shots fired.
We'll
Shots fired.
start with Rob. How's your week?
Pretty boring until what was that? That was I think that was Sunday morning. I was woken up by sex next door.
Of course.
But it was when I wanted to wake up anyway, so it was kind of like an alarm.
Right.
An alarm I didn't ask for, but it was nice. But
That's like the best kind of alarm.
that's an awesome alarm.
Okay, no one else say anything outside this podcast. We're gonna patent a sex alarm.
I would rather the alarm be in my own bed. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
They
you
can
can
have that
bring it
arranged.
into your bed. It's like, no, that's it. We make a blow-up doll that starts moaning.
No.
The time that you...
Yes, we're doing this. This is a thing now. So I'm clipping this.
So,
We're clipping this and
Anyway.
making this a
they
thing.
have boobs and butt mouse pads. They can have a boob and butt fucking alarm system.
Now in the
She's
20
not
Bell
wrong.
store. Only
I've seen.
$19.95.
I thought about the boobs mouse pad, and I was like, nah.
But you need one.
I love the boobs.
Because then you can squish the
But-
baby mouse pad.
Yeah,
I'm a slave to the boobies.
Actually, you know what? That's a wrist rest. It's actually a good thing. But
That
Yeah.
actually reminds me of something. So, like, y'all know how, like, fish came last week, right?
yeah,
That
Yeah.
same day, like, before I got to pick them from the airport, I had to take my mom to a doctor's appointment because she had that gastric bypass surgery. And there's just, like, a breast implant sitting there because apparently they'll put it in people's stomachs so they always feel full. So I was sitting there playing with a boob.
I don't
While
expect
my
anything
mom
less
was up
from
there
you.
talking. I was sitting there just squishing it and shit.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
Fun, I
to
don't
be
expect
honest,
anything less
I would
from you.
do the same.
Yeah.
It was really fun to play with. They should just sell those as a toy.
Fake boobies.
Yeah.
I have some, like dress balls that you squeeze.
Yeah.
There was when I worked at because Pringles is he's not asking anything. He just said he'd seen a boob alarm clock.
Bullshit.
That
I'm
has
looking
to
this up.
moan.
But when I used to work at Spencer's, we had boob everything, obviously, because it's kind of a naughty place to go
We
in the
need
mall.
boobies.
So I bought a lot of the boob stuff that we sold because I'm into boobs,
Well, yeah.
So
Because babies.
I have a lot of things, but one of my favorite things was a boob remote control, like a universal remote control. You can program it to work your TV and VCR and stuff.
Mhm.
And the channel up and down are the nipples.
Oh my.
Yeah. And all the controls are like in the panties. The little panties flip open for all the other controls. It's awesome.
Oh my god.
oh, that's the
This
thing.
is funny.
It's called the
Well,
boob
there are
tube.
boob alarm. They
That's
have
the
boob
best
alarm
remote.
clocks.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying,
Yeah.
after I was woken up like that, I was getting dressed and everything, getting ready, and then I started hearing yelling from over there.
Lisa!
No,
Was I
no,
not
no,
good enough?
Wrong way,
Lisa!
wrong way. As I've said, that's upstairs. But yeah. And I haven't
Lisa,
heard.
I'm fucking this other chick next door. You
Come
like me
join.
now?
Come join. We can have a three-way, Lisa.
No, I went to go get my coffee. I was like, no. I don't even know what was going on. But the romance is over.
Apparently it wasn't good enough.
No.
She didn't. Oh, well, Thune still got his two girls from PetSmart.
What?
Yeah, let's hear how Thune's week was.
Oh, we're going straight to me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's all I had. So yeah,
my
let's go.
my
So what do
work.
you-
My week has been eventful.
Especially with last night.
Not with last night. Well, last night, whatever. Was it Friday? It was either Friday or Saturday. We had a customer. He was very old. Okay, let me paint the picture for you. I'm helping a customer at the register, and then I see one dude walking. I was like, "Oh, hey, welcome to PetSmart." And then out of nowhere, I hear this loudest, like, clacking sound along with, "Hey, hey! Hey, hey!" I was like, "Huh, what? What?" And we were just like, "Is somebody chasing someone down or something?" And then we see this old, like, bent over man just walking in the store. "Hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey!" and that's all he. That was mostly what he said. Like 95% of
Oh
the
my
time.
god.
So he came in hunched over and he was just like limping along.
Do you have like
Yeah.
Tourette?
He
Like,
yeah.
hey,
Later on we figured out he had some form of Tourette's, and we were just like, oh okay,
Oh.
which made sense. But still, it was just at first it was just weird because we didn't think about it. We were just like, what is happening? And so he walks in and he stops near the registers, and then there was me, I think it was me, David, and Joey, and we were all I was at the register and they were just standing around waiting for something to do, and then he just looks around, he's like, and he gets quiet for like a few seconds, like, "There's a lot of handsome young men here," and I was just like, "Wait, what did he say?" And I'm still dealing with the customer, and it's just like, okay, he's just standing there. He's like, "Yeah, it's a lot of handsome young men, a lot of handsome young men," and this is before I thought about him having Tourette's, so it's just like, oh no. And then then he looks at the
Where's
lady.
my black bottle?
So he was gay with Tourette's.
Probably, I don't know. But then this is
What's
this is
happening?
what changed my mind.
Two
This
chicks
is
and a dude, and you're doing good.
this is what changed my. Scarecrow, don't you ever say those
Took a
words to me
second.
combination again.
The fucking shut down.
I swear to God. I'll fucking ban you
Anyway,
from
go
this
on
shit.
with your story.
This is the day I left. This is the day I never returned back to the street.
He was never seen again.
Banned from everything.
Anyway, then he looks at the lady, and he kind of, cause with his cane, I don't know what was going on, but he just slammed the cane down every time he walked, so it was like, clack, clack. So he walks around a little bit, he walks up a little bit, and then looks around to the lady that I was helping. I was like, "That's a pretty young lady there," and it's like, maybe he's bi, whatever, and he was like,
okay.
"Yeah, pretty young lady, very pretty young lady," and then he just walks off with who I guess was his son, and so this happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll get to his son in a minute, but so about 10, it was like 10 minutes of this. First he asked where the restroom was, and I told him where the restroom was, and then about 10 minutes of this, we just hear throughout the store, clack, hey, hey, clack, hey, 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 clack, hey, hey, and at the same time, a dog was in the store, so the dog started barking because the man was being
Sounds
loud.
like a dog.
Yeah, and so the dog's bark, 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 and then we hear the man, hey, hey, bark, bark, and then we hear the man, I kid you not, bark, 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 hey, hey, and I was like, what is happening here? And so, then
I'm so confused.
and then at the same time, I hear in the distance him talking to some other people. It's like, handsome young man, you're a handsome young man. And then he looks at another lady. He looks at I think this was Kelsey. Yeah, this was Kelsey. He looks at Kelsey. It's another co-worker at the store, and he looks at her. It's like, oh, you're pretty young lady, pretty young lady. You'll have some handsome baby. You'll have some pretty babies, and
Pretty lady.
yeah, pretty lady babies. And I was just like, in my head, I was just like, I was just like, is he okay? And then we were just up there talking because the manager came out the office fine. It's like, is everything all right? Is anybody fighting? It's like, no, it's just an old man just yelling, hey, hey, and other random things. And so we all had this confused look, and then a lady was just like, she was confused as us, and then she thought about it, was like, he might have a form of Tourette's. And then we all stopped, and there was this look on everyone's face of a realization that was just like, oh yeah, we didn't think about that. And so we finally figured it out, and we're just like, okay, this is not weird anymore, but it's still kind of funny because there's just grown men yelling hey hey and bark bark because the dog's barking. So blah blah blah. They finally come into the register. His son was a whole different story. He was the complete opposite of his dad. And I asked him, because we have to ask if they have like a pets perk. It's basically like a Crowley's card. For those of you who don't know what a Crowley's card is, look it up. Anyway, so I asked his son if he has pets perks with us. And it took him, I kid you not, about 15 seconds to respond. Within those 15 seconds was probably the awkwardest moment of my life. Because he stood there and he stared me in my eyes, in my soul. And I was just like, in my head I was like, is he okay? And he just looked at me with his mouth open a little bit. It's like 15 seconds later. No. Oh, it's like maybe he has mental problems too. I don't know. But it was just weird because it's like it was like he was dead inside. I don't know what was happening, but it was just like, okay.
That's what happens when you become dead inside.
And then yeah, that was Friday night, so that was a good time there. Um, what was last night? Monday was last. Yeah, last night was
Yeah.
Monday. Duh. This is what apparently Scarecrow and Rob want me to talk about. So
Yeah, we know what happened there.
oh god,
Please say you got laid.
no, I wish. Well, it might be a bridge to that, but we don't know. Anyway,
I hope not, because you
Whoa.
won't move here.
I know. Anyway, we're going to Monday. Monday was a very busy day because apparently we were having some corporate people come in to look at our store. So we had to. There was like 6 of us that were put on the schedule just to straighten the store and clean everything and make sure everything was front face. Everything was looking nice, like the store was never touched. So we finally get to closing time, and we're all about to leave, and then our manager Monica looks at us and is like, "So, who would like to stay with me for an extra hour or two to wait for the locksmith to fix the lock? Because some dingusberry decided to take a crowbar to the door and break the lock, trying to break into the store, but it didn't work out so well, so he pissed off and left a broken lock. But the locksmith couldn't make it until that night. So some people look around. I'm just thinking, I don't have work tomorrow, so I might be the sacrifice here." So one person says, "Well, I got an assignment to do, and it's due by this time, so I gotta go." Another one says, "Like, I have to be back here at 6, so I can't stay." And everybody else had their own thing, and I'm just looking, and they look at me, and it's like, "Shit." I was like, I guess I'll stay, because I don't have work tomorrow or anything, so yeah. And she was like, "Oh, sweet." So I ended up staying there for an extra hour, 30 minutes. And so while we're walking back to the front of the store, he's one girl whose name's Erin, and then another girl whose name is Ellie was looking at me and was like, "Oh, we're so sorry," or something. I was like, "Nothing to be sorry about, but okay." And so Erin looks at me and is like, "Well, is there anything I can get you? Like some food, or something to eat since I'm since I'm heading to Steak and Shake." So it's like a lot about it now. So it's like I won't make her do that. And then I was like, "Fuck it, I'm hungry because I haven't eaten all day." So it's like, "Yeah, just get me a cheeseburger with Coke and fry." And then she was like, "Okay, and anything else you want with that?" I said, "Nah, that'll be fine."
Your
And then,
number.
and then, possibly. And then Ellie looks at me and was like, "Is there anything that I can get you?" I was like, well, I said, "Well, Aaron already got it." It's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, okay." And then so they're walking out of the store, and then Aaron's like, "Okay, I'll be back." And then Ellie's just like, "I'm so sorry you have to stay here a little bit longer, but sorry about that." It's like, "Yeah, it's fine. It's like an extra hour of my paycheck, so that's cool." So she's kind of laughing, so we're both laughing. And then she's just like, "Okay, then bye." And then I was like, "See ya. Drive safe." So, "Oh, thanks." And
Everyone's
then,
just awkwardly laughing.
yeah, everyone's awkwardly laughing.
Until I laugh out loud.
Yeah. And so I'm there for another hour, and I get on Mumble, and these 3 dingusberries all in there. Bun and Fish weren't here yet, and I turned on my mic and to let them hear the cats because we have cats in the adoption room, and they are adorable. I'm very tempted to take one of the cats whose name is Sydney home because they're very lovable. Every time you walk in there, just like pet me, pet me. So yeah, I stayed there
And
for
then
like
I was just like, I wanna pet it.
no,
I told Wolf we were taking a trip down to Georgia to go adopt cats.
I said to them in Mumble, I was just like, "All right, be quiet, listen." And then you just hear, because there's kittens on the bottom too, so you just hear, meow, and then you hear Wolf in the background. What was that? I heard that.
It was a kitten, so it was more like.
Well,
Yeah,
but then
Wolf just went so sharp.
and that's when Wolf started losing their shit. It's like, I heard it. Where is it?
Where is it?
So then that happened. I had to clean up freaking gerbil, or not? Yeah, guinea pig cage. So that was fun because apparently they missed that. But yeah, that was my night. Locksmith finally showed up, and then we finally got to go home, and here we are. So next person I choose is Wolf.
Hey, my morning was 10 out of 10 spicy memes.
All I know so far is
Mwah.
there were no pants on, and there was a hamster involved.
Oh,
And
wait,
then,
what?
and then you report at work.
Hang on.
I know what I said. I know what I said,
Wolf
and
had
I
sex
ain't taking
with
it
a
back.
hamster.
No, dear God, no. For God's sake, bud.
All I heard was no pants and a hamster.
Well, then maybe
That's
you
all
should
he
listen to the whole
said.
story that I'm about to tell.
Okay.
Now listen carefully.
Well, fuck the
No. I woke up this morning because Mom told me to get up because it was like going to 11. It's like, she won't let me sleep till noon anymore. And I woke up, went over to my laundry basket because I had my pants already laid out so I could put them on. And next thing you know, by my left foot, I see a shadow. But it's not really a shadow, as it was my fucking hamster baby. Somehow she got out. And so I kind of freaked out when I was able to catch her. And I had no idea how long she'd been out at that point, but I was just kind of worried about her because her cage is up on my dresser and it's kind of high up. I don't know how she got out, but then we kind of figured where she might have gotten out, so we got that closed off so she can't get out anymore. But I think she was kind of pissed off at me because I caught her. Since she's...
How'd she get out?
There's in between, it's not really in between, but like on top of the cage, because there's two openings to the cages, and I used to use one of them to put the hamster ball in so she'd crawl in it, so she could go exercise out in the living room.
You're
And,
too fat, go run.
And the spacing between the bars to where to like snap onto the cage was way too big, and she's been climbing up her cage lately, so I think that's how she got out. So we blocked that part off with twisty ties, or not really twisty ties, just like the really hard plastic zip ties that you can't get off of anything unless you have like really industrial scissors.
Those are zip ties.
Yes.
That's what their name are. Anyway.
So she's been sulking in the corner of her cage for all day because she's mad at me because I caught her.
I was free. I fucking hate you.
Well, I'm glad the cats didn't get her, because that would have been sad.
Well, I always keep my door closed so the cats don't get in and fuck everything up.
Ah.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, because my cats are assholes.
Wolf doesn't want to wake up to her cat's fucking a hamster because she wants to fuck that hamster.
I swear to God.
This
My
stream is falling
hamster
apart in
name is
episode 30.
Baby.
Episode 30, this is the start of the Civil War.
World War III. Wolf kills Bun.
Then Scarecrow goes mad, and then Thune goes after Scarecrow, and then that's how World War 3 starts.
It's like Captain America Civil War all over again, except it's us.
Let's actually
So
depict
wait,
whose side,
wait,
whose
that's
sides
like-
to be on who.
Who is Captain America? Who is Iron Man?
Fuck
and
yes,
what else?
I'm Captain America.
Oh.
All
Good,
the way.
'cause I fucking hate Captain America.
Alright, then that means Bun's Iron Man, so there's that. So what does
Wait
that
a
make
minute.
me and Scarecrow?
Scarecrow's Thor.
Wait, Thor wasn't in that movie.
I don't care. He's
Never
in
seen
now.
it, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know either.
Wait, that
could
means
be
I'd be on
Winter
Iron Man's
Soldier
side.
because he's cool.
Then
Okay,
could be
that-
the chick.
I mean, sure, I'll be a hot and red-headed chick. Why not?
Wait, what does that make Robin? What does that make Robin Fish?
I'm Batman. I don't care what it is.
But
I'm
it's-
Batman.
It's Marvel.
We're all
I
happy.
don't care. I don't care.
It's Marvel. It doesn't matter. It's because I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Alright, fair enough.
Then apparently,
Fair enough.
Alright, then apparently Batman did a crossover for this episode. And what about Fish?
I'll take it.
Fuck it, Fish can be Doctor Strange.
Oh, can Thune be the fucking robot guy who's really awkward expressing his feelings?
Wait, the robot guy that's...
I don't know.
The robot guy?
Look!
The only
Do you-
robot
do you-
guy I know
do you
is
mean
Ultron.
Vision?
Yeah, he can
Oh,
be
Vision. I mean, Vision's pretty cool, so I don't
No,
mind. I'll be
you can't-
Vision.
I mean,
He can't be Vision. He can
Vision's
list the hammer.
learning. At least in that movie, Vision learned how to knock on the
Vision.
door
Because he,
instead of
like,
walking
has
through
feelings for
walls.
the redheaded bitch, and then he's like, I can't let you leave. I love you too much. And she's like, get the fuck off me!
Psychic powers!
I will make you want
But,
me.
yeah, Fish would be Doctor Strange, because then he'll just look at everybody.
He said Dr. Manhattan.
No, you'll be Doctor Strange, because you know why you'll be Doctor Strange? Because you'll look at everybody, I'm a fucking wizard. I'm a wizard. And it's like, oh, yeah, okay.
I think it's
was
really funny every time Thune tries to imitate fish.
I don't try to make it perfect. I don't care.
Yeah, it is a really bad Beatles impression.
Hang on,
As
hang on.
it should
on
be.
The fridge.
No,
Right on the
I know
fridge.
exactly
I
what
get
it
that
is. It
reference.
always turns into the beat from fucking Doug.
What?
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
That's it. I don't know
Somebody
why that kept
finally
plaguing my
gets
mind.
it.
It plagued my mind, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
Killer tofu.
I guess if we're doing Marvel, it'd be either Wolverine or I don't know, Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah, Spider-Man was actually in the movie.
Spider-Man.
So yeah, you can use Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Oh wait, no,
Yeah,
I want to be
Spider-Man is
Ant-Man.
Wait, no,
I
we have
want
to.
to be Ant-Man.
Yeah, Ant-Man was in the movie too.
Ant-Man's
It was
cool.
funny.
Okay,
Dead-
if we're picking
I'm
people in the
Deadpool.
movie, then I'm Hawkeye.
Deadpool. Don't care.
Okay, there we go.
I mean,
Forever Deadpool.
you could be Deadpool. I mean, Deadpool just crosses everything anyway, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm still Thor. No matter what the outcome of this, I'm still Thor.
Alright, make up your mind. Arrow or Thor?
Thor all the way.
Okay.
Why did we get on this subject again?
I don't know.
Because I
You
brought it up.
and you and Wolf will be
Batman.
fighting because your comments every
I
time.
was making comparisons, and then this happened.
And then Scarecrow would join Bun's side, so
All right.
Doom would join that, and yeah, that's how that side went.
So, pick someone.
Oh yeah.
There's only
so
one. Yeah.
If Wolf is done.
I'm done. Scarecrow, go ahead.
Right then. I had pretty much an uneventful week. Up until yesterday.
Ooh.
So I went to work. And you know, I was having a nice day at work. Nothing really too eventful happened at work. It was just So I keep my phone in my manager's office, you know, because he charges everyone's phones. Let me make sure everyone knows like their buzzing schedule, because most people take a bus from Houston back home. And I get up, and he's like, and next thing you know, she's coming up to me and saying, "You might want to come take a look at your phone." Like while I'm stalking, I'm like, all right then. So I get up, I go to her office, look at my phone. It says someone's trying to access my my Google account, and I'm like, this isn't me, so I'm gonna change my password. So I changed my password, whatever, and I'm just like, you know, just deal with that. And I'm like, make sure you tell me if like something like that happens again, please. She's like, yeah, I'll make sure. As soon as I'm about to walk out the room, like I have my foot out the door, I hear like my phone start ringing, and I'm like, who the fuck is calling me? So I look, it's like people who helped me get this job or whatever, like my job training place. So I get on the phone, and I'm like, hello. He's like, oh hey, Scarecrow, and I'm like, yeah, what's up? And it's like, I try to access your Google account that way I can help you get some applications, but I think you changed the password. Like, no shit, I changed the password. So like 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting here about to actually get upset because because he tried to like access my account because it's like a work computer or whatever, and I logged in there one time, and I don't know if he ever logged me out. So he tried to log into my account.
So okay, so he didn't like hack it. He just had
No.
the information.
No, he didn't have the information. Like it signs out and it gives me a prompt saying like I need to do it from my phone. Glad I have that. So like
still sketchy.
yeah, it was still sketchy, and I'm like, are you even allowed to do this without my consent?
No.
No,
And-
you're not.
No.
Yeah, he didn't do this without my consent at all. So I'm like at work, finding this out, and he's just like, yeah, we still had to figure out applications, and I'm like, I'm at work right now. Just like, when will you be free? Not today. Then I just hang up and walk
And
and go
not
back to work.
anymore.
Get out to get rid of the chance.
So, and then when I a few hours later, I go home, and I'm just like sitting on my couch, playing on my 3DS or whatever, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I hear about 6 or 7 shots from a pistol go off, and it was like
Oh,
so
yeah, that's
close
right.
to my house. Yeah, it was so close to my house too. So I like immediate instinct was to duck and hide behind the couch.
Like a black man
In the ghetto.
in the ghetto.
Yeah, and here's the thing though. About 45 minutes later, the police have the entire area taped up. Like the entire like street area taped up. They didn't tell if anyone like died or anything. They just said, did you see anything?
I believe
And
you,
I'm-
sir. It is time for you to move.
I think I should too. I don't like it where I'm at anymore.
It's
So
about,
it's
the,
like
Yes. Dangerous.
it's about the second time I've heard a shooting happen next to your house.
that's not the first time it's happened since I've lived there. This is about what, the 5th shooting?
Scarecrow just needs to move to Oklahoma.
I do want to move to Oklahoma. Can I leave my house couch?
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Ah,
Well, please stop singing the Oklahoma national anthem.
I can't help it.
Oh,
I have to.
nation.
Whatever.
National anthem. Jesus Christ.
it's like Roger Hammerstein.
Whatever. Anyway, Scarecrow, if you're done.
Yeah, that's pretty much all that happens for
Oh,
me.
okay.
So we'll go to Fish. Let's see what he's been up to.
Oh, I know what he's about to tell us.
Well, currently I've just sat down with my dinner, so I am gonna do my bit. But first, let's have a little mimage. Give me 5 minutes to wolf my dinner down.
Alright,
Have we
well,
got
well, we
everybody?
could.
We're
Or
going
do
to
we?
do
Oh,
memes?
we
Is-
haven't done Bun.
Is Bun eating too? If so, then we'll.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, we've literally just sat down with a plate.
Alright.
I
So
can
then.
do
Okay.
Oh,
Alright, well, alright.
Yeah, yeah. Just real quick.
It's Bun turn.
You know what I did?
What?
We worked.
I worked.
There you go.
But we also went to the mall for fun, and it's like kept walking around being going, "Oh, Scarecrow would like this. Oh, look, it's like something perfect for Wolf. Oh my God, Rob would look bitchin' in this. Like we saw a fucking Bob Ross space cat.
What?
We're just
Wait,
like,
what?
oh, Rob needs this shirt.
I saw Think Geek has a Bob Ross like Christmas shirt for the like
No,
he's
no,
doing
no.
like a Christmas painting.
It had like a galaxy background, and then it was Bob
Oh.
Ross, but it was a cat with an afro instead of Bob
I
Ross.
think I've seen. Oh no, I haven't seen that. A cat.
Yeah, and we're like,
Wow.
Rob needs that shirt. So yeah, I didn't really do much, but me and Fish had just been walking around. I thought you guys would like it. We were walking around, we're like, oh look, Rob would look good in this, or Wolf would be cute with this, and she'd squeal like a little girl. Oh yeah, she is one. That's Wolf's laugh. It's so true. I hate me. Alright, yeah, go ahead and memeage.
Alright, well, you know what to do.
I
Oh, really already?
forgot.
Uh,
I don't remember.
It's Adam's Family, but memes.
She just goes like meme of the week. Meme of the week.
Meme of the week.
Set time for the meme of the week.
Meme of the week.
I'll take it.
Well, since it was sang for me.
There you go.
Oh damn it! She tricked you, Rob.
next time.
No,
next,
I literally blanked the fuck out
next
and
time.
didn't remember it.
Yeah, next time you know what to do. Well, anyway, here's the main.
Let's see it.
It's gonna be a little bit.
Okay.
There it is. This is the second time he's appeared on this. He's our two-time guest.
When your friends sleep over and they fall asleep before you do. This happens. Well, this used to happen like all the time. I stayed the night at my friend's Kylie's house because she lived like literally across the street, so we'd walk to school together. And every time I'd sleep over, I would be wide awake and she'd be fucking passed the fuck out. And I'm just like, what do now? I'm so lost.
I hated that.
I would go masturbate in the bathroom.
No.
No, we saw what happened in Grandma's Boy when you do that.
I can't stop coming.
Draw a dick on their forehead.
Yeah, that's a classic.
So
I'm
for the
not
people that
cruel
can't
like that.
see the meme, it's what are those seals?
Yep,
Okay.
from Finding Nemo 2.
How does he
Oh,
not?
from Finding Nemo 2. I haven't seen. I haven't seen that. But
I
yeah,
haven't
it's
seen the second one either.
two seals asleep. One's like wide awake.
I'll link it in the description and the video and stuff.
Link is in the description down below, like all the annoying YouTubers do.
Yeah.
Shut
We're,
up.
we're
I'll put a
not
link in the
annoying
description
YouTubers.
down below.
We're just doing this so you can have a good visual.
No, like
Yeah.
like they'll advertise their merch or something. Like there's some merch, cool merch down in the description box below.
It's true.
Check it out.
That was mostly for like iTunes type dealy.
I know, but they do it for
I do
every
have
video.
really cool merch. I still need to make that butt from the muff shirt.
We still need to make that boob alarm clock thing.
Yeah.
That was a new idea. We still need to make it.
I will in Discord later the boob remote. Like I'll take a picture of it because you need to see it.
I definitely need to see it.
Oh.
Yeah, you do.
Touch on the boob shit.
So Fish, are you ready, or are we moving on to something else?
No, go on.
Alright. What is it? Usually weather? It's weather. Weatherman Rob.
No, we
No?
didn't Scarecrow want to do his long
You go
story, or do we
ahead.
want to do weather first?
Let's do weather first because that's a
Yeah.
long freaking story.
Yeah, because I was looking at his story earlier that Vic posted.
And I
It's-
must read it
It's a
alone.
good one. No, it's a
God.
really good one. But
It's pretty
Yeah,
low.
me and Scarecrow are gonna tag team that story.
No. We already figured
no,
out.
Thune wants.
We already
says
figured out.
no,
He's reading it. This is his segment. He's reading it.
It's
Oh.
true.
Shit's why Civil War is gonna start.
But anyway, on to the weather.
Yay.
It is currently 50
sorry.
degrees in Portland.
Oh, that's over here.
66 degrees in Oklahoma.
That's right here.
Norman, Oklahoma. That's
And are
right.
you seeing this shit right here?
You seen this shit right here? Because Thune probably knows where everything is, right?
I don't remember where
On
Ohio
the
is,
map?
but I'll try my best.
Hang on. It's by Indiana and Kentucky. Indiana and Kentucky. If you know where those two
Don't
are.
know where those are either. So
No.
We'll,
So
we'll guide you. Okay, so if you like go up and like to the right a bit, where all the grayness is, we'll point you in that direction.
is this it?
Stream delay.
It's this thing. Anyway, Rob, you go on.
Dayton, Ohio.
You're next to it. You're next to it.
Yeah, okay.
I think this is it.
Ohio.
Uh,
Ohio.
I can't see
37
the
degrees.
state names.
Yeah,
Is there-
you pointed by it
It's
twice.
cold in Ohio. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it's
The Night King
real
is
It's
cold.
here.
cold.
We're praising the Night King tonight. Wolf, make sure you bring your icicles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey,
is
it's right here.
46 degrees. Yeah, he knows where that is
Yeah,
because
that
that's where he
sounds
is.
right. That sounds about right.
And I should. Do we want to know London?
Sure,
care?
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Somewhere way over here.
Way over there, and that shit over there.
Way that shit over there, 50 degrees. Cause you in America now, bitch.
He's been waiting.
He had that.
He was waiting. He's waited a whole day for this.
Dude, hold on. Fish's face is so red.
I'm hot now. I'm hot as well.
That's one hot sausage. I guess if you,
That's wow.
that would be about 10 degrees Celsius.
That fish is good sausage.
Is it good sausage?
Oh yeah.
That's it for the weather, though.
It's nice and thick.
Is Fish still choking on the sausage?
Yeah.
Does he want
I
to?
just
I heard
finished.
one in the background.
Alright.
Do you want
Nice
to tell
and
about
thick.
your week, or do we?
So now,
Yeah, I'm good now. Right.
alright,
Alright.
there you go. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Then I sent you an image of what Ohio looks like.
I was gonna do it. Yeah, 'cause
Thanks? Question mark.
there's been 3 hosts, and
No,
none
yeah.
of them knows where
Pay
Ohio
attention.
is.
My phone is going. It's not that I didn't pay attention. It's just I don't remember half the damn states are. None of
Yeah,
us
the map.
do.
But well, you should remember the state
I have
where
a
2 of
pretty
your
good
friends
idea.
live.
Well,
I
this
was
isn't
close.
making me feel better about myself. I'm doing it because I'm just sort of like in this sort of direction. You know?
Yeah, no,
In
I
this
didn't
sort
know.
of direction.
Well, we're gonna let you slide.
We're
Yeah,
gonna,
no,
we're
you
gonna
got-
let
you
you
gotta
slide,
pass.
but these two gotta learn a thing or two.
I'll get it eventually. But right,
One of these
fuck.
days.
What a week I have had, especially today. It marks a week that I've been here in America. Yay!
Yay!
He's been here in America with that
I'm
red, white, and
also
blue.
Getting kind of
America.
ill with a cough and that, as you could probably guess. Well, to start off with, I got pulled into customs LAX, which was always fun. I had a 2-hour layover to catch my next plane, and I was stuck in there for an hour and a quarter. So I couldn't get my bag. What? That's what pisses me off. They didn't actually tell me. Like last time I came here,
That's when you ask them. It's like, what? You know, why?
I
why are we
just
doing
wanted
this?
to go. I'd been there for an hour and a quarter. I was like,
Oh, okay.
fucking. But last time I forgot to put, when I was filling out my ticket stuff, I forgot to put the address that I'd be staying at. So obviously they're like, what's going on? Time I made sure I did it. So I have no idea what they were going on about. Either way, that was very, very annoying. I could go in depth, be talking for fucking ages. It was funny, there was like some Chinese people in there that they kept getting their phones out, and there's like literally in this one room, there must have been about 30 signs posted on the wall saying no mobile phones, unauthorized, blah blah blah. Don't use your phone, you prick. And they kept getting their phones out, and the people behind the counters and shit were like screaming, excuse me, you're not supposed to be on your phone. Oh, sorry, I did not realize. They're like, well, that's what all the signs say, you know. Yeah. So, long time in customs. I eventually get out to customs and quickly leg it down to try and grab my luggage, and it had already gone. And the guy was like, oh, don't worry, it'll be on the plane, blah, blah, blah. So, I get on the plane, end up in Oklahoma, and find out that my bag has gone to Texas. And I was
I remember you told
fuming.
me about that.
It fucking pissed me off. I had to wait till the next day.
Scared me when you came around the corner.
Yeah, like, it was so bad. I was just like, hey, they've lost my bag. We need to go. Pissed off. Blah, blah, blah. I was like fuming. But then
Yeah.
it was alright. I chilled. At that point as well, I'd been up like 27 hours, so I was in no mood for anything, you know? But, like, the next day, at like, I don't know, midday at some point, they delivered it to the apartment, which is cool.
And it was delivered by Big Bob.
Yeah,
That was his legit name. I kid you not.
I
I
really-
heard that over the phone and was like, hello, this is Big Bob, and I have I'm delivering
yeah,
I was like,
the luggage.
I wish I was there for
Bob's
that
big boy.
conversation.
oh man.
Please don't be Big Bob. Please don't be Big Bob. I'm Big Bob.
Shit.
Oh god,
Well,
it's Big
and
Bob.
since Bunning's working, I have some time to myself this time around, so I've been going out on my own. Ooh, big scary American roads. They are fucking
he is
scary.
legitimately scared of
Well,
the American road.
Yeah, where I'm
compared to
from-
the UK roads, yeah.
Yeah, where I'm from, over here, your normal roads, where I'm from, are like fucking highways, basically, so I feel like I'm crossing a highway when I'm just crossing a normal road. And the whole, like, jaywalking thing, I have to keep thinking about that, because my English mind is like, no, Liam, you can just dart across the road there, and then I think, no, they're American drivers, they won't stop. You know?
They won't. They won't stop. They'll hit
they
you.
will
Keep
not.
driving.
You heard
Yeah. But with that in mind, I've also been trying to get a bike going, and we got one off of Bunny's dad, but it needed a new back tyre. So we've been spending the past few days looking for a back tyre, and anywhere I could find one, they were like $40. Where I fixed up a bike recently back home in the UK, and I actually needed the same thing, a back tyre for it, and that only cost me like 20 quid. So I don't know, like 25, $26 for the back wheel. So when this guy tells me 40, I'm like, nah, I'll get it some other way, you know. We get home, look at Craigslist. There's this really nice fucking, like,
The girl version of the same bike.
yeah, basically a girl version of the same bike, but it's in like everything works on it, and it's in decent nick. And he only wanted $30 for it, so I was on that. We go down there, and it ends up being some guy who's got like, I don't know, there must have been like 100 lawnmowers in his backyard, and yeah, he like fixes up shit. But there was just like mountains of random stuff as well.
But not like piled up. It was actually.
Yeah, it was very well sorted, which was weird. You don't normally see it like that. Yeah, I got talking to him and saying like, oh, blah blah blah. It's a shame to take this tire off this bike to put it on my one. And he's like, oh well, you just need a tire then, blah blah blah. He ends up pulling one out and goes to give it to me for nothing, like, and I was just so pleased. So Bunny liked the bike anyway. So we got the bike for $30, and I gave the dude $10 for the wheel because, in my eyes, I've just spent $40 what I needed and got a free bike as well. So,
Yeah.
what other funny thing? Any funny things happened?
Would you like to know about our Lord and Savior?
Oh yeah.
I've been
Yeah,
sitting here.
Lord,
I've
yeah,
been waiting
yeah.
for this. I've been
Right.
waiting for this one.
Yeah, I knew there was something, but I couldn't remember. Right, so the other day when we went to the mall, it was me, Bonnie and Nicole. Yeah, I know Ryan isn't there that time. And we're wandering around, and then we go outside to have a cigarette, and these people walk up to us, and we're like, "Hi," and we're like, "Hi, I'm blah blah blah, blah. Nice to meet
I
you."
tell you about my story.
Yeah, and then it's like, "Can we tell you a story or about my story?" And she whips out this little like puzzle box with like bulbs over it on itself, show all different
Wait,
pictures.
she pulled out a puzzle box? What?
It was some weird.
Yeah,
it
what?
It's not a puzzle, but
Pinhead.
reminiscent of a puzzle. So either way, she folds it in and out on herself, and it tells the whole story of like,
Jesus.
yeah, Jesus dying,
That's
coming
pretty
back.
cool.
Yeah, it was a nifty little thing.
But they weren't talking about the death of Jesus. It was about saying, hey, we're all sinners and you have to accept Christ or else you're going to burn.
Yeah, we have to accept it and accept the gift and all that. And
Because we all belong to sin.
anyone who listens to these and knows me should fairly have a good idea of where I'm gonna go with this next. You know?
Oh,
yeah.
And if you're new,
So-
you gonna learn today.
Yeah.
You gonna learn
Doing
today.
you about to be learned. So the first thing, obviously my accent gave it straight away, but I was like, oh, blah blah blah. They're saying about how they're opening a new church and they'd love us to come visit. Blah blah blah. But, well, I'm actually not from around here. Blah blah blah. Oh, blah blah blah. All this shit. And obviously religion is high on the subject, and I was like, well, things are done differently back home, you know, in America. Like we actually have religious education, and in my youth I learnt all about Islam and Sikhism and Hinduism, and
Made sure to say Islam first.
yeah, I pronounced Islam first, very much so, and their faces fucking dropped. They were like, oh, like what, you know?
First.
Yep.
And so then I led on, like from there I led on to say about how a lot of religion has the same message: be a good person and will be good to you. And
They said that was wrong.
first there was this
Really?
old woman, she was quite tall. Then there was this young guy who was very vocal. They like to talk, that guy. There was this old guy who,
It was alright.
yeah, he actually knew what I was on about, and he knew, you know, he wasn't going nowhere with me.
That's the man.
And then-
That's the experienced one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They had some-
yeah. Then there was some this like disabled girl. She was the one with the picture box thing that was cool.
Ah.
She was very nervous as well. Like you could see her legs shaking because she was so nervous. But well done to her for doing it. You know, we gave them their chance and had a nice conversation and that. But
He asked the question he always asks.
yeah, obviously I said about the religions all having sort of the same message: be a good person and people will be good for you and that sort of thing. The young dude and the old girl didn't really like that. The old man, he knew what I meant. He was like, yeah. And I was like, you know, like sort of like karma. He's like, yeah, there's a fair message. Or I can't remember these exact words, but you know, I respected it at least. The young dude went about some roundabout way to some story of Jesus to try and tell me how that was wrong, which I really have no idea.
I don't think that either religion.
Yeah. I I also suggested that I mean, hell, you may even find this interesting thing because I only recently found about this. Of course, the Egyptian. It sounds morbid when you think of it.
Oh,
The
you told me about this.
Yeah, the Egyptian Book of the Dead was basically like ancient Egypt Bible. It like talked about the afterlife and how to get into the afterlife. So you know, it's basically what a Bible does, how to get into heaven and all that shit. A lot of the stories are actually like a lot of the Old Testament stories do relate back to some of the stuff that's spoke of in the Book of the Dead. So you may find it interesting, but I did that to them, and they were like, again, other than the old man, who seemed actually genuinely interested. Apparently he'd been to Colchester, which was cool. It's said during some deployment or something. But yeah, of course, then I lead on to my favourite question to ask whenever you get into religious debate. And yeah, the old lady did not like me when I said that.
Oh, what was the
Thought
question?
I was like, she thought I was trying to take away from their message and pollute the subject into something else. I simply asked, if God is all-knowing and He has a plan for everyone, and that plan is the best thing that can ever happen to you,
Oh no.
then why do you pray? You know, why would you pray for a different plan other than God's plan? And she was like, and Bun had to diffuse her while I'm like talking to the rest of them through, yeah. I could hear her going off in the background and Bunny being like, oh no, he means like this and means like that, and yeah, that was funny. I can't remember their answers. I remember the young guy just spouted off, well, Jesus and sin and the cross is a symbolism for a pathway to heaven.
Damn it.
And
I wish you would
sin.
have remembered something. So I wanted to hear what they had to say.
Was to give not.
What?
It's pretty much saying that we had free will and all this other stuff.
Yeah, that was it. The young guy said, oh, well, free will, so we have the option to ask, although we may not get what we ask for, you know. So just because you pray doesn't mean you're going to get what you pray for. Which,
Man, that's the honest. I mean, honestly,
That's a logical
honestly,
answer.
that's the answer I would give too. But that's just me.
He did it in a douchebag way.
Yeah, did it in a very... That's concentrated evil coming out of the back of you and you're a bad child, you know. That sort of... It was very, very scripture. Again, the old guy just sort of... his opinion was much the same of the young guy, but he said it in a very more concise and logical way, so to speak.
He knew how to word it without sounding like a pretentious prick.
Yeah, without sounding like a book on tape, basically.
Here's my question, because here's my question. Did we know?
One last thing.
Oh yeah.
You should have seen their faces when they found out Nicole was Catholic.
Okay,
These lot were Baptists, by the way. So
that's what I was gonna ask. Well, what were they?
yeah.
They didn't say shit to her.
Yeah, they
I was
literally
like,
left her alone.
they're sitting here
the
like,
second they
oh,
found
she's
out.
different. She's Catholic. We're done with you.
It's like,
That's
well,
how
we're gonna go
some-
spread a message out there.
That's how some people are.
Wow.
Even though they're all Christians.
Other people in America, we know it. You don't know
Yeah.
what Christianity is? Yes.
Bitch,
But
please.
every fucking corner. Yes.
What? Oh, wait, no, I heard that. Never mind.
What else was there? I feel like there was something else to do with that situation. No, I mean with the whole religious thing, I think there was something else. I can't think though. No, I can't think. It might come back to me.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it'll come
That's
back
cool.
to you sooner or later.
Oh
Just
yeah,
might be-
I got some fucking sweet desk, some massive corner
Yeah.
desk for $2.50.
Oh yeah.
Pleased with that. It's huge, and it's in pretty decent nick.
Like, I have to help move it.
Yeah, like I managed to get it halfway across the room on my own, but I was like fucking sweating out. So that's why it's still over in that corner where we don't want it. We want it moved to the other side of the room. But yeah, Bun gets home from work and dinner, and yeah. But yeah, and we got a bed now. Oh yay!
Huzzah!
Yeah. So phone got an upgrade.
Huzzah!
Any other, you know?
I'm addicted to In Living Color.
Yeah, we've been watching In Living Color. I've never seen that before, and there's some pretty good bit.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't play that.
No, he saw Handyman.
Oh my god, Handyman, you could not get away with that today. That
No.
show would be banned so fucking quickly. Right. Oh my god, and the Mexican Rocketeer. Holy shit, that was funny.
I'm so glad you've seen this now.
And the
You've seen
fist that rocks the
beauty.
cradle. Soup's on.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is really good. And the just so much of it is good. The fire marshal, the fucking I got you, Wanda,
His first time saying Jamie Foxx
when they
is not Django.
one of the earlier ones watched where they did like a Hannibal Lecter parody thing. That was fucking
I think I
hilarious.
remember that.
And the girl she done she done that character really fucking
But
well.
it was the
didn't she?
Ebonics guy who's like the prepubescent.
Yeah.
Pubescent.
yeah. What's the word?
Pap smear.
Yeah, reinforce the kitten with the sprocket. Yeah, that's it. I can't remember the words, but I was just saying shit around the room. Yeah. But yeah, that's been my first week back in America.
Yay!
America.
America.
Fuck
yeah.
Going to go.
America.
And hopefully soon.
This whole game is through. Now you have.
We're on Twitch. He's going to YouTube Fish copyright.
And hopefully soon, while he's visiting America, we will finally have net at the apartment, so he won't sound like he's talking into somewhat of a cup, and
Yeah.
I can stream
you'll see
again.
and she could do that.
Yeah.
Back in the days of
hopefully
old.
next week.
That's something I did as well. Before I left home, I managed to fit like 70% of my computer into a shoebox. So I'm gonna get that mailed to me.
I forgot you melted. You can melt your whole computer in a shoebox because how small it is. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck if you go back.
I'll just get another one. Like, if I go back, I'm not planning to stay back for long.
But that's talks for later.
Yeah.
Since Fish has finally told his story, which is very funny.
I wanted to ask, sorry, did anyone see my drawing in Discord that I did with like the drawing tab?
The little kids drawing.
What? I
Yeah.
didn't see this.
Yeah, see, it looks like a kid's drawing, but
Where'd
that
you
was
put-
my first try.
No, to be fair, we can't get the fucking preferences to work.
Yeah, it won't connect, so we can't change the
And it goes
sensitivity.
really fast.
So like,
If
I've
you get
never
NBC over there,
never ever used one of them
Hold on.
graphics tablets.
Let's see if
before.
I can pull this up on. Oh, yeah, there
Yeah,
it is.
go on.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got it.
where is it? Where is it?
I see it.
I was trying to channel Bob Ross, if you hadn't guessed.
I don't think he's ever done a ducky.
That was a
Or-
late
A little
edition.
ducky.
Wait, what's that in the grass? Is that supposed to be
You'll
a
see.
dog or a bunny?
Yeah, I
It's
was
gonna be on
thinking,
stream real soon.
you know, it began as a bunny, but then I fucked up, and then it became a dog.
Oh, I see.
And there's
But
the
I like
picture.
the dog.
There's the masterpiece
Battery,
of
yeah.
Fish.
Give me a second. It's loading it on
But-
Twitch.
I mean, if it was gonna be Bob Ross, it should. I mean, more trees.
I mean,
That actually looks
I
pretty
think
Yeah.
alright.
I think he's got enough trees as it is. He's missing that happy little bush though.
No,
Where's
he needs a big, huge tree in the
I mean,
foreground, and then
you
he's
draw
got to give him a
trees
friend.
better than me.
Where the fuck's the sun?
I fucking can't draw trees.
It's the duck. The duck is reflecting the sun.
Yep,
Yeah, there you go.
but
No,
That's a
Not
bright
bad.
yellow duck.
not bad.
this episode's going on so long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eh,
it's been like an hour.
It'll be
Um,
fine. We'll be
I had
fine.
a lot to say. I'm sorry.
Well, we all did. So.
Yeah,
And
it's been busy week.
now we move on to the Black Man on scene with news, and I heard it's a long one, so there you go.
Scarecrow's on the scene.
Black Man on the scene.
We need like some flashing icons and graphics and some.
Yeah, something that won't make freaking OBS take a shit every time I try to add it on there. It's a scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh. It's GIFs, man. OBS don't like GIFs.
But we have the Weatherman gift. That works.
Yeah, I know. It's temperamental. Some are alright. Some ain't.
Noted. Scarecrow? Your button's held down.
He's probably trying to pull it up.
Well, while we wait for our Weatherman, we will go to commercial
No,
break.
I'm the weatherman.
Or not
I'm the
weatherman.
weatherman.
Well, we wait for our newsman on the scene, I guess. Oh, hey, that's right. So, Bun and Fish were not here when I asked these three dingleberries. I don't know why I keep calling you guys dingleberries, but it's fun to say.
Okay.
Asked these three dingleberries. I asked them last week what was their first impression of us when they first talked to us in Mumble. If I can remember off the top of my head, everyone's response. I remember Scarecrow saying he was somewhat starstruck because he was talking to somebody who had over like
Celebrities.
30,000 subscribers, and it's like in my head I was like, I mean, okay. I said it out loud. It's just like okay, it's like cool. It's like if that made you happy, then cool. Rob. I forgot what your response was, Rob.
I don't even remember.
I think he was just like, these people are crazy, but I'm fine with this, or something like that.
Because I'm
maybe.
crazy too.
Yeah. And
Something like that.
Wolf was the one that made me laugh because she is just like, this is weird, but I'll take a bullet and see how far this goes. She is just like, I'll take a chance and see if this gets weird or not. So yeah, we found out what their first impressions of us were.
Was my mic not working that entire time?
Yeah, it was
No,
not.
it was dead.
It was yeah.
And we
yeah,
were
so-
like,
damn it.
there.
So
Did I hear that Wolf thought, "Oh, this is weird, but I'll give it a chance"?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was her words.
thought Wolf was, oh shit, it's a teenager, but let's go ahead and see how she
Yeah,
does.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that
I
was-
remember saying, like,
Wait.
Oh, Wolf was cool. Well, Wolf's cool. We should get us to play with us. And then I remember Bunny being like, "Well, yeah." Well, Bunny and Foom being like, "Yeah, we've had people come play with us before, but sometimes the younger ones get a bit annoying." I do remember like,
Yeah, like,
Come on.
actually
We-
fought for Wolf
yeah,
to play
it was
with
like,
her.
let's actually get her.
we-
She's
Aw,
fine.
it
thanks,
is true.
buddy.
It is true. But we've determined Wolf is like 40.
Wolf and Scarecrow are fine. It's like
Okay.
we're just
Yeah.
saying
I'm like 40 for some odd reason.
we're just saying
It's funny
we.
whenever she's giving Thune a lecture.
I forgot about that, and that scared me. That still scares me to this day. But I was going to
It
say,
was an important conversation. I was the adult in this situation.
I was the adult. You listen to
And
me, young man.
I scared Thune a little bit, but it's
Aw.
okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard Wolf be so serious in my life until that day.
Would you say?
Yeah,
Tim?
it was pretty awesome.
But what I was gonna say is just like we just from experiences of inviting younger crowd, we've had some bad experiences, so we're just kind of careful with it. That's all. So yeah,
And we don't want to be called pedos.
that
Yeah.
too. We're not.
I was
Yeah.
17 when I started talking to y'all. I was 16 when I started.
I like how Thune's implying it's like, oh, we're pedos, we just don't want to be called that.
No, that's not where I was going with that at all. No, hell no.
I like
I was what 16 when I met y'all guys. So yeah, I was near legal age.
You know,
Yeah. Makes sense.
yeah.
You were in our chat before we actually started talking to you like this.
It was an entire year before I was in.
Yeah, Scarecrow, there was no, it's just easy. It's like, hey, finally, come play with us. You've been fucking watching us for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing that too.
We were trying to
don't-
figure out which one. We were trying to figure out who was the first mod. Was it Scarecrow or was it Rob? I can't remember.
It
I
was Scarecrow. Scarecrow's been around when it was just me and you doing shit.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Scarecrow, like, started following us, like, a month or two after we started doing YouTube.
Okay.
I was here since year one.
wow.
I figured she'd remember better than I would. 'Cause I was like, I think it was Rob, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember.
It was
I
always-
remember year one.
Pringles and Punisher that always showed up in chat.
Right.
Whatever happened to Punisher?
Sorry to cut you lot off.
We don't know, but
He
we have to
comes
move to our
around
news
every now and
section now
We
because
got
That's
yeah. We
exactly what I'm
got,
saying. Yeah, Scarecrow's back now. What is this long story I keep hearing about?
yeah, that's what we're trying to get to.
All right then. So now that I'm on the scene again, apparently we're having technical difficulties.
Stupid cameraman's drunk again.
God damn it.
God, Harry, hold the camera straight.
damn it,
Jesus.
Steve.
Harry,
yeah, Harry works better for me.
you got black arms, a white face. Weird.
Anyway, news story.
Okay.
Because this one's long.
All right then. So this one was submitted by Vic, and it's the only story for this week because it's that long.
He split this up into like 3 messages for some reason. Like he got really excited and typing in like 3 messages and they were really long.
Yeah, so this is gonna be the longest podcast because of this and Fish's story.
Well, yeah, we still have Florida man.
Oh yeah, we still got that to do.
Yeah,
We're gonna be
at least a couple of them.
well. Better pour on some coffee, guys. All right, enough stalling around for this. So let's drive straight into this. So Vic says all of this, and I quote: "So I wailed away. Oh wait, crap.
So it was about 2 a.m.
Hang on, there was many things.
I know there was many things, but I went to the top of it.
Okay, yeah. So it was about 2 a.m. and I'm just chilling out and playing my PlayStation. This is about in 2010, so bear with me. I suddenly had a huge banging on my apartment door, which was annoying at the time, but not aggressive. But not aggravating. Sorry, not aggravating yet. So I go into this, and this wasted dude starts screaming for this Stacy bitch, and asking where she is. I tell him there's no Stacy. Yeah. And I tell him there is no Stacy there, and
Only Zool.
only Zool. And then he needs to take his drunk ass home. I shut the door, and as I sit down, he bangs on my door again. I open the door, and he screams at me. I know where that whore is. I can smell her pussy from a mile away.
Whoa.
That's where I lost it. That's great.
This is all quoted. That's exactly what he typed. So I'm getting pissed and I scream at him, "There is no Stacy in my place," and he must have mistaken his own smell for her and slammed the door in his face. Not 2 seconds later, he bangs on my door again. Extremely pissed now, I swing the door open, and that motherfucker punches me in the face right away.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to say, "So I wailed on him with more fury than John has on a hooker with a hail of punches." He tries to get up, screaming that I got lucky and I decided to super kick him as hard as I can. Into which, in my head, I just thought of the song "Super Kick Party."
This goes to show you, don't start a fight with a wrestler.
Yeah.
A
Immediate
Mexican wrestler.
super kick.
It gets even better.
Oh,
Oh,
it
it
gets better.
does.
Oh my god.
And now he is down, screaming all types of slurs. I shall not dare repeat, and I'm still seeing red. Now the way these apartments were set up is one was on the second floor and the other was lowered on the ground a bit. One of set upstairs apartments porches is above my place. So I walked up to my stairs in my I'm unbreakable attitude at 19-year-old and climb over the upper porch railing and wait for him to stack her up. He gets up, looks up, and screams, "Since when do taco people fly?"
Taco people. Taco.
Taco people fly. Just let that just let that resonate for a second. Since when do taco people fly? which told me, yeah, he fucking deserves this. So Vic backflips off into a moonsault, not only landing on this drunk scrawny guy, and this man, I want you to remind, is was 220 at the pound. It was 220 pounds at the time, but he ended up squashing his head, and he ended up squashing the guy in between his concrete, and he ended up squashing the guy's head between his knee and the concrete ground.
Ugh.
Ow.
And then he
split open like a cantaloupe.
And then he says, I stand up and look down as he starts crawling in his dazed and drunken state away from me. I told him, "Now go find Stacy. You fuck her before she actually puts some good burritos. Before someone actually puts some good burritos in her. You taco racist fuck."
Taco racist.
Burrito in her taco.
Okay, burrito in her taco. Yeah, sorry. It's past
we're here to proofread for you.
Yeah.
It's past midnight.
Sounds like some sexy Taco Bell porno.
It's past midnight. I'm not doing. I'm trying to keep
What?
myself composed.
What does Mexican porno music sound like?
Just add about,
Damn it, guys.
just add some Bow Chicka Bow Wows in there.
I scrolled down.
I
Oh,
dance,
God.
I dance around the Mexican twat.
Oh my
I
God.
dance.
Twat is
I want
not.
people to do that.
Twat is not a good word.
And
We say twat, but he says twat.
Yeah.
twat.
Twat sounds better than twat. Twat sounds awful.
It does. It's a ugh.
Go back to that room and put your twat.
I would like to say I scrolled down to see baby Wolf's hamster. She does look mad.
Oh, yeah.
She
Yeah,
looks pissed
looks
off.
mad.
Yeah, she was very angry at me.
But anyway,
And
to
then I
finish
gave
off-
her a treat to chew on. She just fucking took it from me, and she looked like she was gonna waylay with
Yep,
it.
yep,
Lay-
yep.
Fucking bitch,
just
put me back
fucking
in the stupid cage.
cracked me with it.
Waiting for her to get like a tiny little mug and start running across the bars like, nobody knows.
Hey, guards!
20 to life, you're gonna be my wife.
Darn!
Yo, new name's Dominique.
Hello,
But
Fasty.
anyway, yeah,
Hey,
that's
His
that's
name's
the
Fast
story.
Fast
Yellow,
yellow.
but his name is in red for me.
The way it is said, the way it is set is it looks like Fasty and then Yellow. So that's how my eyes
Yeah,
saw it.
that took me a moment. And it's
Yeah,
like, oh,
Fast-
Mine
that's
it's
seems
Fast
Fast
Yellow.
It's pink for me, so it should be yellow.
It's green.
It's green.
But
It's red for me.
Anyway, I guess we move on now. I don't know what to say that with a
Yeah.
question mark because this has been a long podcast, but whatever.
So like, do a couple Florida man though, but
We-
do your
we-
thing first.
So hey, guess what is that time of the day? It's story time with Florida Man, yay!
Hey.
Eh,
And now we have.
Rob just
eh.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
There was no way.
There was no way.
There was no way.
then he kissed me.
And then he kissed
Kissed
me.
Oh, that's the other thing. Every time we see something slightly Indian, me and fucking
Yeah.
Fish are like, we're good, and then he kissed me.
Yeah, he told me that.
Leave me the shit. I'll try and do something.
I mean, okay. I guess I'll just link it in the thing. God damn it, you're making me do all this.
No, Skype.
I know. I have the shit in full screen for a reason. Anyway,
I'm trying to go.
first story of the day is, oh,
Yeah, I heard
Ow.
that.
Duncan woman sentenced for incest in marriage to biological mother.
And they fucking look alike too, and it's gross.
And they're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, they're. This is the epitome of
Superwoman
gross.
and Super.
Wait, Duncan, Oklahoma?
Yep, this is
Yeah.
in your
Oh,
town.
this fuck-
Cause even
No,
the site is
this bitch
Tulsa
married her
World.
son First.
What?
TulsaWorld.com.
Yeah,
What?
she married her sons first.
She married.
This isn't her only child that she's married. She's married a couple of her children.
Ew.
What?
So wait,
Yeah.
Wow.
she's known in Oklahoma that well.
No,
Oh,
we're seeing this on the news a couple times.
Oh. Well,
this nasty hoe.
yeah. Duncan resident pleads guilty to incest, gets deferred 10-year term. A Duncan woman who married her biological mother last year received a 10-year deferred sentence Tuesday after pleading guilty in Stevens County to committing incest. Court records indicate that Misty Velvet Dawn Span. Look, okay, hold up. My full name got nothing on her. At least mine makes sense. Hers is just all over the
Yeah.
place. Anyway,
Yeah, he just has many middle
I
names.
don't care what no one says. The best name ever is my friend's mum. She was a black woman called Crystal Clear.
I'm crying.
God about that.
I love it.
I love it.
But yes, Misty Velvet Dawn Span, who is a lady in the top picture right here with the blue Superman shirt on, 26, was set for a bench trial Tuesday, but instead pleaded guilty to allegedly marrying her 44-year-old mother, Patricia Ann Span, who is identified as Patricia Ann Clayton on their marriage license application, filed in March 2016 in... You know what? I'm not even
They
going to
already
bother.
share the same last name.
Wearing the darker blue Superman shirt.
Yeah, that's the mom in the bottom picture. I'm not even going to bother butchering this county name because Bun will get mad at me.
No, do it.
I'm gonna be so pissed off at myself if I pronounce it wrong too.
No, just say it. What is it?
I'm leaving it up to Microsoft Land.
To root. Comanche.
I can't hear my.
Comanche.
Comanche. Comanche County.
Comanche.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's Comanche.
No, it's Comanche.
It's Comanche. It's not fucking French. It's Indians. Piss off.
Comanche.
I swear to God. Anyway, Patricia Span also was. Wait, what? I'm sorry. What? Patricia
Read it.
Span also was once married to her biological son.
What?
Told you.
What the hell?
I told you.
You did, but District Judge Ken Graham gave Misty
Who
Span
proposed?
a dip. They don't have that in here. Gave Misty Span a deferred sentence of 10 years, at least 2 of which must be under the supervision of the Oklahoma Department of Corrections court minutes show. What? I don't know. Patricia Span, who is also charged with incest, is to appear in court in January. Incest in Oklahoma is a felony, punishable by up to 10 years in prison. Authorities
Good job, Obama.
Authorities say a State Department of Human Services child welfare investigator discovered information during an inquiry that led her to believe that Misty and Patricia Span were involved in an incestuous relationship. Patricia Span, I'm getting tired of saying Span now, told the investigator
You
that
say yes.
she lost custody of Misty Span and her other 2 children. I heard Skype go off. I feel like Fish just sent me a picture. When they were children but reconnected with them in 2014, the mother reportedly told authorities that she and Misty hit it off. Nasty. Alright, what is this?
I just hate how smooth the fucking daughter looks like.
Wait.
Share with the class, dude. Share with the class.
Hold up. I have to fix this.
I put another Oklahoma one after that one too.
Okay. I think I have that.
'Cause you were over the moon about it. I remember.
There we go. There's that picture. Fish's first masterpiece of the day. Or for the night, I mean. Oh.
Oh, what?
For us, it's Dathan.
Fish, what is the purple and red thing next to her? Is that the red and blue
You take the
pill?
red pill or the blue pill?
Oh, okay.
okay.
I
Matrix,
took a good
Matrix.
guess. Sweet.
Wow.
Alright, where was I in the story? We're almost done. The document
Okay.
indicates that Patricia had looked into marrying her daughter and determined that she could because her name no longer appeared on Misty Span's birth certificate. The DHS worker said Patricia never reported that she had married her biological son in Comanche County in 2008. That marriage was annulled in 2010 after the son described it as incestuous. Stevens County Court records show that the mother-daughter marriage was annulled in October 12, 6 weeks after Missy Span filed for an annulment by reason of illegality and fraud. She said her mother told her she had received legal advice indicating that their marriage was legal. And nasty.
Thune.
Ew.
What?
You got to read the other Oklahoma story.
Uh.
You gotta.
The knife fight with porn mags.
Oh, that one's here. I'm thinking that. No, that's not the next one. Where is it? Ugh. You're making me do so much.
Mr. Anderson.
We've been
Mr.
expecting you.
Oh, Fish sent me another picture.
Oh, jeez.
Oh jeez.
Oh no. There was no way.
But there was no way.
See, now I have to find it. Somebody find it while I read another story. And link it to me.
Let's see. There was that story about the suspect that farted
I have that one pulled up.
while being interrogated, but that one wasn't that good.
I farted. I'm sorry. It's not guilt. It's just my asshole.
The 92-year-old man, which we.
Oh, that one.
What? Wait, what? Fish just shit his pants. What?
That.
What is this?
You want to read that 93-year-old man?
This story. Okay, I'll read this one
You know
after.
the-
I'll read this one after the 92-year-old man.
Oh, you wanted to do that one?
Okay.
Okay.
So 92-year-old Sebastian man accused of touching women's breast.
It's me.
Yeah, we've come to terms that this is basically Rob when he gets 92.
No, I would want consent.
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
be
but
like, excuse me, miss, may I
he'd-
touch your boobs?
he'd be
That's
nice
about
about
it.
it.
He'd be nice and blunt.
Yeah.
It doesn't be like that. How do you do? May I touch a?
May I touch your boobs?
But this one is in Florida. Sebastian, Florida, a 92-year-old man who volunteers and hold up. I just remembered something.
Okay.
Hold up.
Oh, he got it. All right. A 92-year-old man who volunteers at a nursing home was arrested and charged with battery after a patient accused him of touching her breast inappropriately. According to the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, Henry Lacameta? What the hell kind of last name? Alright, Microsoft fan, you gotta tell me what she says because I can't hear it right now.
To root. Dichotomata.
Is that an I?
Iacomata.
Iacomata.
That's an I.
I thought it was an L.
Iacomata.
So Henry Iacomata,
Iacomata.
I'm not saying that last name after this, of Sebastian told the deputy, "I'm a 92-year-old man. I have no reason to do such things," according to the report. The Farm Garden of Vero Beach is the largest outpatient rehabilitation center in Vero Beach, consisting of 3 separate units, including a memory care unit. The patient told nursing staff that Henry, since they have his last name there, fuck that last name. Henry grabbed her breast in a hallway at Palm Garden of Vero Beach, 1755 37th Street, according to a sheriff's office arrest warrant. Blah blah. Henry said the only contact he made with the female patient was pushing her wheelchair around the home. However, when Henry learned that the woman decided to pursue charges against him, he confessed to the deputy and apologized. He has since been released from Indian River County Jail and is scheduled to appear in court November 28th. Disclaimer: arrest and mugshots were made public by complaint affidavit, arrest affidavits, and police reports. Okay, that was just like, oh, this is because of this. And now we move on to the story that Fish wanted me to read, and I've been wanting to read this too because
Yeah.
freaking idiots. Oklahoma man burned alive after drenching himself with gasoline and tased by a police officer. Fucking idiots. An Oklahoma man. What the hell? Anyway, an Oklahoma man was burned alive Tuesday when a police officer used the taser after the man doused himself in gasoline. Oklahoma police responded to a welfare check Tuesday evening in McLean County for a man who reportedly made public suicidal comments. When officers arrived on the scene, the unidentified man refused to exit his vehicle at first, but suddenly stepped out, pouring gasoline over himself and the car. The man then pulled out a lighter, which resulted in the officer's taser being utilized. I would like to say the police are idiots, and they did not think this through. Obviously.
Well, when it was first on the news, they were just like, we didn't know if it was the lighter or the taser that done it. I'm like,
You fucking idiots. Do you not? Anyway. According to McLean County Sheriff Don Hewitt, the origin of the flames remained unclear. Oh my god, you fucking... Ugh. We don't know if it was the spark from the taser or the lighter that set off the fire. Hewitt said...
it's the fucking taser.
Oh god. Hewitt said Wednesday, according to Oklahoma City News, the man suffered severe burns and died at the scene. Ooh. Well, way to go, policeman. The unidentified officer who fired the taser also suffered burns and was taken to a local medical clinic for his minor injuries. The identities of those involved had not yet been released, as the case was still under investigation. What is there to investigate? Man pours gasoline on himself. Cop tasers man. Man bursts into flames cause cop didn't think, if I taser this man, he will burst into flames. So man bursts into flames, dies. Easy as that.
And at least with this one, people kept being like, "Oh, there's too many cop shootings." It was just a dumb Oklahoman hit. It was just like, "Oh, we can't shoot him. Fuck it, I'll tase him." Shit, I should have shot him.
It's like, what the? Oh, Fish has now sent us another.
This.
I can't wait to see it.
I just looked at what was in the bottom corner. I was like, what is this?
And I'm trying with this pen, man. I'm trying
as
really
we see,
hard.
as you see here,
You'll get it.
we have Colonel Sanders, who is now turned into a freaking old creepy
Groper.
man touches people. A groper. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh my god.
It ain't just chicken in that bucket. There's a reason it's a tap.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, chat.
If I can touch your boobs, you can have some chicken.
Can you imagine though, like the hot fucking grease, like freshly fried chicken on
Yeah.
your dick?
Oh dear
It's all
god.
fine.
Finger licking good.
Oh no!
Oh,
This
my
got
no.
really weird. We got more on the story. Because we're okay, yeah. Anyway, we're moving
Yeah.
on to the story. The identity of those who have been involved have not been yet released. Freaking dumbass police. This event comes just over a month since the shooting of Magdal Sanchez in September, the 35-year-old deaf man who was fatally shot by Oklahoma police after reportedly refusing to obey officers' commands. Oh yeah, I remember this. Remember that now. Along with his hearing impairment, Sanchez had additional disabilities that made speaking difficult. The victim communicated non-verbally, mainly through hand gestures. In those situations, very volatile situations, you have a weapon out, you can get what they call tunnel vision, or you can really lock into just the person that has the weapon. That be the threat against you, said Police Captain Bo Matthews in regard to Sanchez's death. I don't know exactly what the officers were thinking at that point. They weren't thinking at all, obviously.
Nope. Nope.
Well, that's that story.
Yeah.
One more story,
One more.
because I can't find the story that Rob wants to read, so I'll save it for next week.
The one after the Oklahoma one. There was
One-
another Oklahoma one.
Jesus, Oklahoma's all fucked this week.
Yeah, it is.
I
The
forgot to vote today too.
I did too.
it's like right underneath. It was like Oklahoma man challenges neighbor to knife fight with porn magazine taped to him.
Now I really want to read it, so I have to find it. And I was like, shit.
It's right underneath the one with the mother and daughter marrying.
Oh, that's a little bit further up then. So we might have two stories because I really want to read this story.
Which one?
I have to make a comment about this guy's fucking eyebrows. He's got his angry eyebrows on.
He's mean. He's mean. He's mean mugging,
I
Wolf.
get
He's
that,
mean
Wolf.
mugging.
He's just got his angry
Oh,
eyebrows.
oh,
I
you
get
want to
what
read
you're
this
saying.
one?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna read next.
Okay, go ahead.
If
I wouldn't
somebody,
have
But
Hang
make
on.
that the last one, then I'll try to remember maybe next week.
I want the screenshot. I want
The-
Fish to
the
make
other
them the
Oklahoma
butchest eyebrows he can make them.
all right, first I'll send us a fish.
Yeah,
Because
this is
This is the best. Here,
this
here you go.
this is a good one for Fish.
This is just for you, Fish. Oh god. He's on.
Sorry.
It's fine. Anyway, Florida couple arrested for sex in public street. Alright. This is not that long of a story, so I.
But it's from that same Sebastian Daly website.
I'll have to bookmark that site.
That is it's fucked up shit going on.
Why
in
am I
that.
not surprised that this is in St. Pete? St. Pete has some crazy ass people. St. Petersburg.
Sebastian, oh my god.
St. Petersburg, Florida. Deputies from the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office responded to a call about a Florida couple having sex in plain view of passerby on a public street. Arriving officers witness Ashley Wetzel, 26, and Henry. I kid you not, this is his last name. Henry Neblack. Henry Neblack. N-I-B-L.
God damn it.
Henry Neblack.
N-I-B-L-A-C-K.
I know.
I see what you were going with there, though. And he was 50. In the act near a St. Petersburg park.
You don't look 50.
Yeah, he doesn't, but I don't know what to tell you.
Couple looks like a people that me and Julie served that he wasn't paying his fucking child support stuff.
Oh God.
We actually had to show up to the court and everything. So, yeah, gave them their papers in.
Freaking idiots. Anyway, one of the deputies reported that the couple was engaged in sex in view of patrons walking by on the sidewalk. Florida deputies observed Neblack, that's how I'm saying it, behind Wetzel, throwing his hip back and forth. So they were just doing a doggy. You could have said that, but okay. During the act, as both suspects had their pants at their ankles, the couple was detained for exposure of sexual organs and exposure of sexual organs, a misdemeanor. The Black was released yesterday, while Wetzel, who has a pending theft case, remains in jail with a combined bail of $650. The Black lives in St. Petersburg, Florida, and works for a construction company. Wetzel resides in Clearwater, Florida. Clearwater. That explains so much.
But I love that the last part here.
Deputies have ruled out that they... I'm sorry, what? Deputies have ruled out that their engagement was a commercial transaction.
A commercial transaction.
Commercial transaction.
I was just like, what is Route talking about? And I see that. Are you kidding me? Are you?
I didn't want to laugh that much. Rob made me laugh.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm getting at what fucking Fish is doing.
I'm still waiting for...
I want to see this.
Oh, I found it. So while Fish is finishing that up, this will be the last story since I found the the porn mag story. Oh dear God, the picture.
Oh, you don't want to say? Okay, let's go ahead and do it.
Oklahoma man challenges neighbor to knife fight with porn magazines taped to him. And there's a picture of it.
Oh my God.
There is a picture.
I see the picture.
Oh dear God. Ada, Oklahoma. As I said, Ada. Okay. Ada, Oklahoma. Whatever. A man from Oklahoma was arrested Sunday after police found him with a knife in each hand and several pornographic magazines taped to him. Stomach. What? Englishman. Taped to him stomach to protect him.
It's my sexy armor.
I guess they meant to say taped to his stomach, but some kind of way they didn't know where the S was and they put him instead of his. Anyway.
You know what?
What?
I support that because it probably works better than Bikini Male.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
According to the Ada News. See, I told you this is how it would be with him drawing and her watching. Donald Jean Gaither, I guess that's how you say his name, 49, told police he was in survival mode after he allegedly tried to start a fight with a neighbor.
Oh my God. I'm in survival mode.
Police said Gaither was angry because he thought he was being kicked out of his trailer park. Of course it was a trailer park. The neighbor called police when Gaither began waving knives and telling him to come out and get some. Come out and get some.
Come on now.
You rat
He was
belly bastard.
He was charged with assault with a dangerous weapon and possession of an offensive weapon. Police said Gaither was slightly intoxicated when deputies found him with knives in each hand and pornographic magazines taped to his stomach, according to the the K-12, whatever. Gaither told deputies he'd been in prison and magazines were a way to protect yourself in a fight.
Can I get this in WoW? Is this an armor set I can have?
Oh my God. That's it. I'm ending it on that story, but I'm still waiting for Fish's masterpiece.
That's
Yeah, we gotta
like
see
a
that.
whole
It is
new
probably-
meaning to slut mogs.
This is probably the best picture I've ever seen Fish do.
I
He is-
can't
This
wait.
is
He is
this
really
has also
into-
been like the most epic like podcast.
Yeah, this is
The
the longest
longest-
one we've done, but that's fine.
It's okay.
We've made up for it.
Thank you to everyone for hanging out.
Yeah.
And anyone on YouTube watching this, if you made it to the end without skipping,
Congratulations.
yeah,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
10 points to your house.
Unless you're on Mount
10
Hood.
points to Gryffindor.
Oh, God, here we go. Mount Hood. That's a long story. I don't remember how we got to Mount Hood, but I'll remember that
It was
later.
because here in Oregon, Mount Hood is
Oh.
the mountain,
Oh, that's right.
and you're like Mount Hood, and I'm like going, I don't think there's a hood up there. It's a mountain. So
Well,
Thune
it's-
wants to put a hood up on Mount
Less,
Hood.
I
less
mean, it
hood,
just
more
sounds-
mountain.
It just sounds like it just sounds perfect.
It sounds like a
welcome,
ghetto.
welcome to Mount Hood. What the hell you want?
It's like, yeah, I'm repping Mount Hood here in this rap video.
Oh my God.
Oh, I think he's done it.
Oh boy,
I
you done
know
did
he's
it.
really into this because he's been really
Yeah,
quiet
yeah.
this whole
It,
time.
it takes a lot of concentration to use this pen.
Yeah.
It took me ages, so I'm still kind of shit. I mean, y'all have seen these stream drawings, so.
Yeah.
Your drawings are fine. I think,
Bud's
the,
drawings, 10 out of 10.
I think the last drawing you ever did and you tweeted it out was, I think it was Mini. I think it was Mini with
It
just
was
a
mini.
leaf
Yep, it was
over
mini.
with just a leaf over her crotch.
Yep, maple leaf.
Oh, yeah.
Canada.
My God.
Oh, you got it now?
Share with the damn class. I want to
I
see
Yeah.
need to
this.
see
Oh,
this.
hold your black ass. I'm gonna stare at the class.
Mount
Uh,
Hood.
I'm putting this. I'm putting this in full screen because holy shit.
Full screen. Damn.
Oh, damn, we special.
Ooh,
And there you go.
this is a big deal.
I got
And we're loading. And
Oh, why is it on a
Reloading.
slideshow?
Oh my
It's on a
God.
slideshow. All right, we'll go back to this. There we go.
Hi, I like to do it.
I
I got you. I know where he's going with that because of the living color.
do too. I do as well.
Yeah,
And
it's Wanda, man.
uh
Soup's on.
huh.
My God.
You
You're
gotta admit,
correct.
I laughed so
You're
hard I
my
actually
baby
coughed.
now. My baby.
Thanks, Fish.
Thank you.
You
Thank
two
you.
guys,
Stream wouldn't have
you're
been
coming
the
on a date with me and my friend. Don't worry, we've cooked dinner and we've put plenty of steroids in it. There'll be a lot of testosterone.
Oh man, I just gotta do a living color marathon one day because I haven't seen it in ages.
Oh no, not the passion pit.
What?
I got 2 seasons on DVD.
Sweet. That's what I know we're doing when I get there.
House. These are just ones I picked up at the thrift store, like $2.
Damn. It's
Yeah, we
good
should
though.
go back.
But
So
but
anyway,
with that, everybody, that's a good point to stop on.
that was a good
so,
one.
Yeah, goodbye.
Anything?
good night.
Anything anyone wants to say before we're done here?
Mount Hood.
Rabbit monk.
God damn it! His
Yeah.
goddamn
Kids,
rabbit
kids,
monkeys.
don't forget your angry eyebrows. Everyone loves those.
Seven.
Food is unique and the best pet parrot ever.
You said it.
You said it.
Oh man. Oh man.
Keep an eye on your hamsters. Don't let them become Houdini and escape the cage.
And make sure you're wearing pants.
Make sure you're wearing pants. I was not.
One might go missing in the
Wow.
next week or so. I don't know. Oh god.
We're gonna have to go.
Mm.
What?
Nothing.
All right then.
That's what
That's
I
what I
fucking
thought.
thought.
Let's get out of my head. Anyway, with that, we shall all say goodnight, and we'll
Goodbye.
see you guys later.
And good night.
Bye.